Well, good afternoon. It is Monday. We love Mondays. It's our meetup, and this is Araya Anra. I am a psychic medium, an energy healer, and a life coach. And bringing those all together brings a lot of transformation for people. And if you could use some help with that, I hope you'll message me. I do sessions with people. I do groups. And I also have programs with dragons, interestingly. But aside from that, I also work with the angelic realms. And you know what, usually I have a subject or a theme of what I want to talk about. And today I was just really feeling like, let's do a reading. Let's pull out my Archangel Tarot deck and see what's in store for us with a 3-card reading as we head into May 1st. Because as some of you may know, and maybe you don't, and this is great information, Mercury was retrograde until April 15th. And then everyone thinks, well, Mercury is direct again. Well, Mercury does stay in shadow for about 2 weeks until it is totally cleared. And now moving into May 1st, doors are wide open. We've got a lot of beautiful energy heading into really our divine path of what we're in the middle of right now and what is taking us forward. So you might feel a surge, especially with the spring weather, of energy moving you forward, propelling you, almost making things feel sort of easy, or like they're just flowing and synchronous, and you know, everything's lining up, everything's just falling into place so quickly and easily. And so heading into that, let's just do some cards and see with what's going on specifically for you, what that energy is going to look like. So let's hold in space everyone that's going to be watching today. And hello, I can't see who is here, but I know someone is here. Holding space also for those that are going to be watching on the playback, because I know some people come and catch it later. And moving into May 1st, where you're at in your life with maybe one of the top 2 things that are happening for you right now. Choose one of those and focus on it. And we're going to read a card for the present current situation. And that's going to be this one. And I'll set it down in front of me. And then we're going to look for what needs to change. So what needs to change or shift as you move forward with this in the current situation where it's at, and where this energy of May 1st is going to shift it. So what needs to change with it? And that's going to be this one. And then where's it going to end up? Hello, Veronica. Nice to see you all the way down in Oz. I always love how the Aussies say, how you going? How you going, Veronica? Big hug to you. So we're going to also tune into where this is headed. What's the outcome going to be for this situation? So you caught me on a day when I'm actually just doing a card reading. This is sort of fun because I don't do these 2 regularly. Sometimes I pull 1 card for us based on what subject we're talking about. But the outcome with those that are watching the call is going to be over here. So I've got, oh, and this one wanted to pop out too. So there's 2 on that one. So I'm just going to look at these. So the current situation, if you've focused on one of the things happening in your life, we have the 5 of Michael. And the 5 of Michael is this gorgeous representation of Archangel Michael. And he's got this big, he's standing on a rock, and he's got this big arced, almost like a stick or a bent spear, but it's got this incredible energy coming out of the bottom of it. This situation doesn't serve you. This is your current situation, right? This doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So when we're talking about where we're at in our life right now, and having to choose one thing to focus on today with a situation where it is currently, it's definitely not serving you. So as we move forward into May, we're going to see how we need to shift that around. But one of the ways is to take a more uplifting approach and release your attachment to the outcome. So when we cling too much to what it's going to look like on the other side, we tend to get in a space where we have expectation, and then we have disappointment when it doesn't come out exactly that way. And when we give Mother, Father, God, and our guides and angels free reign to guide us into the highest and best, then some really great, amazing things can happen. Things beyond the potential that we can even see or expect or imagine sometimes. So by releasing the attachment to the outcome and just holding space that it comes out for the highest and best, that's when something can really shift. So consider taking a more uplifting approach And one of those uplifting approaches would be to definitely just let go of the outcome, let go of what it needs to look like, and just put your intention that you want it to, you can put in some desires of, I'd really like to be a part of it, but I'm going to let go of control, and I'm going to let you, God, take care of me and what the best end situation for this scenario is for all involved. And so the thing that needs to change, we asked, the second card was about what needs to change for the situation to move forward. And this is the Archangel Azrael, and it's the peace card. Release the past. There's a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. So isn't this interesting? Out of the whole deck, these two cards are so aligned. And I love that about readings with this deck, because they're always so directly connected to what I'm talking about. So what needs to change in this situation is simply, there again, being reiterated, let go and let God. Let go of the reins of control, let go of the expected outcome, and releasing the past. There's a more enriching future to come. And that's just reiterating what Michael said. The situation doesn't serve you. Release the outcome expected, because something more enriching than you can even imagine is heading through the doorway. And let's see what that is, because we've pulled two cards, actually. Two cards hopped out when I opened the deck. And when I do my readings, you might have noticed that some people shuffle the deck until the cards fall out or snap out at them. And because I do so much energy work with my hands and feel energy, I like to feel in the deck the card that's calling and really speaking to me energetically. So I usually split the deck there. And this one, actually, as I split it, this second one fell out, so I feel like they're both related. So this is the outcome. This is where you're going to be heading with this situation. The first is the Ace of Gabriel. So there's our beautiful Gabriel. She is in a gorgeous brown, very earthen toned dress along a river in a beautiful, sunshiny, gorgeous town. There's a town on the river and one up on the bluff overlooking. And she's in the mountains, and it says, a gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration, the chance to do something amazing, a sense of wonder. Now, if that doesn't sound like an inspired, maybe unexpected thing to get to the other side of this situation with, I don't know what is. We just talked about when we release the past and the expectation of what we want it to look like, wonder can come in, wonder and amazement at what can be created when we step out of our own way, right? How many times do we bung it all up by getting in our own way? So, a gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration. Whatever the situation is, I feel like you're going to be led into something that is going to be really out of left field. Like something that comes in that it's off of a tangent from somebody you might not have expected. And you're going to be really inspired by it. Like it might be a new field of study. It might be a new way of working in the way that you work, especially if you're a healer. And something you're going to be really passionate about that's going to drive that fire to move you forward and get that snowball rolling. Because we're in spring. We're springing forward and everything's growing. And I was just contemplating my grapevines here that are just starting to leaf out. And that whole process of when spring starts to bloom, and it's rapid and it's ridiculous. Have you ever watched it? You can almost watch a vine growing. It grows an inch or two a day, and you can almost like come out and measure it every hour and go, isn't that amazing? And our lives are the same way. When we get out of the way and let the energy flow, the angels and our guides can bring us so many amazing synchronicities and lineups of events to take you to the next place in your journey, to take you to the next place in that situation or project that you're in, that you're focused on right now. So what a great outcome, a gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration, and the chance to do something amazing. Don't we all want to do something amazing in our lives? And right now, I do feel like 2018 is a huge year for us to get things really aligned with where we need to be in our lives. And so if you've been thinking about a new line of work or adding a new element to your healing, or maybe going and seeking some guidance to get you into something that's been really at your heart but you don't know how to get there, gosh, reach out for it, because you have the chance to do something amazing, really. And to say it's all fallen into line. And this other one that jumped out, this is the Page of Ariel. Reliable, clever, educated, and balanced. And she is in a library. So isn't it interesting that I was just talking about potentially a new course of study or a new way of doing things in your work? An excellent opportunity will be offered to you, scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. So that's why that one fell out at the end. It was jumping online with the thoughts of Gabriel, of this new opportunity. And so it's most likely going to be around something to do with what you're passionate about learning, passionate about expanding in your work, or actually changing your line of work. And you might not be jumping ship yet, but you might be lining things up for where you need to head with your work. And I know that for me, that happened a year and a half ago, and I just kept following those inspirations and being led by my guides back into my energy healing. They took a really funny detour way to get me there, of getting me signed up. You know, I've been an energy healer for 15 years, but never had any certifications. So I went through a Reiki level 2 certification, which led me to meeting some key people in my community, which led me to, and the other piece they told me to do was go get a reflexology certification, which I did. And looking back now and seeing where my clients are coming from, what they're asking me for, and what the work I'm doing really is all about energy and helping people transform and using my psychic mediumship. So when I started, I thought I'm getting back into my energy healing and going to reflexology. Well, reflexology isn't even in the picture anymore, because I just kept opening to the next tangent and the next thing, and what it was is, even if this course of study is fascinating to you, you love it, you could use it in your business. Let go of the outcome, because I'm here as a witness to tell you that my whole course of study and paying for an entire 6-month plus program and all the work I did to get my certification stuff in, I have that gift, I have that ability to use it, but Spirit had other designs for me and my gift and what I'm here to bring. So Spirit might have other designs for you, but they might be leading you into these specific courses that you're passionate about or drawn to for the community that you're going to meet. And that was the key piece for me, is I met one person that led me to a community, that led me to a group of people who were on my table for my certification process when I had to do 75 reflexology sessions on people. And one of the ladies that came to me and had a session with me on the table had such transformation happen, and she's a psychic medium running a business development program. So I got into her program for a year, and it changed the dynamic of everything. Those 9-month, year-long programs can change everything. And I know that that's happening for the people in my way. The Dragonheart program this year, we're on week 6 tomorrow, and big things are happening. And the first month is just crazy, and we've got another 7.5 months to go. It's just incredible to watch. So excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships are for the pursuit of education, time to get to work. And don't be surprised if all the study you do, all the great openings you have, really end up being about something else along the way. Because you just never know, when you let Spirit guide the way, how it's going to turn out. So Veronica, thank you so much for joining me today. I miss and love you, and I'm sending thoughts thinking about Peru last year. And I hope everybody else watching the playback gets something out of that, and that May 1st rolls you into a beautiful snowball forward of growth and passion and opportunity and wonder. And if you need help along the way anywhere, I do one-on-one sessions. I do programs, 12-week programs to really get the transformation going. And I would love to connect with you if you want to see if we're a good fit to work together. I do 20-minute discovery calls as well. Last up on the announcements, I am starting the next round of Dragon Within Book Club. 2 short weeks, so about 10 days actually. On Thursday, May 10th, we are kicking off the next 6-week session of the Dragon Within Book Club. It's a 6-week format, 2 hours a week of class, well, gathering time really. We have great discussion, we have a profound meditation, and if you are curious about the dragons, want to open to them, it is a great starting point to get your foundation and meet some other people who are as equally interested in dragons. So have a great day, and we will see you next time, next Monday, 1:11 p.m. Pacific Standard. Bye.